Sunshine George Cross lineup, and that's John Campelj coming into the midfield. He'll wear number 10 today. Brian Roberts has gone onto the substitutes bench. For South Melbourne, Damian Mori back in the first side, and back in round 4 he has pleasant memories of the game against Sunshine George Cross. He scored twice in 3 minutes to give South Melbourne a 2-1 victory. And many happy returns for you. Mick Petersen, he's been absent, being rested and out with the flu for the last few matches. He comes back in, still trying to shrug off the effects of that flu. Perhaps yesterday might have helped him along the way. And for Hellas, quite a change lineup this afternoon. Petersen and Mori coming into the midfield wearing 6 and 7 respectively. For Paul Fernandez, who was one of the few not starting in the 11, he'll be on the subs bench, as will Paul Foster. And the referee this afternoon from South Australia on another sunny autumn, Tim Rosses. And it's South Melbourne who get us away from left to right in this first half in what a lot of people have predicted will be a very dour struggle. Sunshine will be desperate not to give away a point here at home as both sides hope to get away from relegation danger. They are just 2 points off the bottom. South Melbourne in 10th place. Sunshine George Cross. South Melbourne having 1 game in hand on George Cross. This is George Alevesios. In front of quite a good crowd. Petersen can't cut it out. Kotzamichalis swinging it wide. Waddell was out there. An ineffectual shot coming in from Lewis from long range. I think the intention was to Waddell, who was giving Kotzamichalis something out here on the left. Micheil. No free kick for Trimboli. Here he is again. Alevesios sweating on him. Well controlled by Wright. Did well to control that and get the cross in, but the execution on the latter not quite there.
Yeah, after that 0-0 draw up at Marconi, you would have thought that the tables had turned and they were on a bit of a roll, but the wheels seem to have fallen off now, and they've just got to get a bit of composure at the back, especially where they're giving a lot of goals away, and see if they can tally up some points.
Latif for Lewis was a good ball. Paul Lewis, there's the first. And as Paul Wade said, giving away too many goals, and wasn't that a soft one? The first time they've got into the South Melbourne half, and Paul Lewis took it beautifully. The dual strikers combining well, and after 5 minutes, Sunshine George Cross 1-0.
Paul doesn't miss many of those. His work rate over 90 minutes is not the best, but I tell you what, when he's in front of goal with a gift like that, he's not going to miss too many.
Taliadoros beaten on that occasion by Waddell. Lewis brought down by Blair, and Rosses is going to have a word to the big central defender. He's not the only one having a word to Steve Blair, a few of the crowd as well. Faulkner with the long cross. Marth nodding it in there. Latif's got half a chance, snuffed out by Healy. And the shot came in from Ketsakidis. Could have ricocheted anywhere. He didn't really catch. And now South Melbourne on the break. Taliadoros, good work from Carter. Taliadoros just taking his time trying to pick out Trimboli. And Carter tackled back nicely. Here he is again, the 2 number 6s. Tasios. Wright is robbed by Faulkner. Latif to the left. Lewis is gone. Just there to the right corner of the box. It's played out to him by Carter. Good turn from Lewis. Tries another one. Oh, if Latif had got a toe to that, it was home. Not sure whether it was a shot or a cross. But these twin strikers wreaking havoc at the moment, especially Paul Lewis. This is a lovely turn.
Superb, world-class turn there. he's obviously had to go there with the outside of the foot, and he's just mistimed it.
Well, Healy did nothing wrong as he brings the ball upfield, but it was some superb skill from Lewis that left him nowhere on that occasion. Mori. Postecoglou's made the run on the right. Goes long for Trimboli. Keogh under pressure does well. Blair, good tackle. Mori's got 2 to beat. This big Kotzamichalis sliding in, and he's still favouring a leg. Second chance for Postecoglou. Wright. Can't get it, but he'll take the throw in. He might end up with it now. No, the throw instead goes to Trimboli, who lost his footing. Good ball from Tasios. This is Wright. Well shut down by Waddell. Ossie Latif. Waiting for some support. Carter's come up. Oh, Lewis, can he double back on it? Oh, Mori got in there well and was fouled by Campelj.
Campelj has just got his arm. Yeah, very unlucky indeed.
Yeah, I think you're right. Blindsided the referee, and he thought the foul had been from Mori. We saw it perfectly, the arm coming out from Campelj. What can they work here? Micheil's left the wall early. The strike from Latif onto Harry Micheil's boots, and now South Melbourne might be able to get something on the break. Healy pumping it forward. Micheil's made the run, and Trimboli now onto it. But the sideline wins out. Now on the break, Sunshine George Cross through Lewis. Blair doing well. Space here for Wright. Good run from Tasios. Steve Tasios finishes it beautifully. He has looked effervescent in midfield today, and didn't he hit that beautifully? Good move from South Melbourne on the break.
Good vision there from Danny Wright. Slotted the ball into Steve's pass. He didn't have to change stride or anything. But it all started with that man, Steve Blair. Lovely finish.
Have a few numbers forward here. Wright running at the defence. Tried to lay it off for Trimboli. Waddell charging through. Taliadoros, nice ball for Mori. Campelj wasn't going to be passed, and he's given away the free kick. The referee saw that one. Over here on the left side of the park earlier, that wasn't spotted. That one was a little more forceful than on the last occasion, and Mori would feel that, I think. And there's a booking. It's a red card. John Campelj has been sent off. Well, that has stunned everybody here, especially John Campelj.
I think the referee's had a word with his linesman there. Maybe the linesman's seen something behind play, or as the incident happened. But the referee's gone over and he's had a word with the linesman.
Well, down to 10 men now, George Cross, though not quite. Campelj is still in the field of play as the free kick is taken. Well, the linesman is flagging there. I don't know if it was for handball or for offside. And he's going to have to take charge of things here, Jim Ross, as a few tempers starting to fray. Campbell has left the field of play. George Cross down to 10 men. Well, it wasn't a punch. I think you could say that. We saw it on the replay. It was, you'd certainly say, a head-high tackle and definitely a free kick. And perhaps there was a bit of intent there, but it wasn't a punch. It was just a thrust-out arm. But the linesman closer than us. Good tackle there from Ketsakidis, and he's going to have to produce a few more of those, as things looking a bit in Hellas's favour at the moment. Kotzamichalis off, Campbell sent off, Mori, Trimboli's in there, and the ball's cleared off the line. Whistle's gone anyway. It's a free kick to Alevesios. He was the man sliding in. Trimboli pushing on him has found the referee. Did well out there on the right. Get the cross in, Damian Mori. Waddell. Plenty of blue shirts here. Oh, the ball falling for Carter. Didn't have time really to think about it, and the strike wasn't that far wide.
Not Les's favourite foot, but he made good contact.
Micheil kept running, got the ball back from Wright, but then it just ran a bit far. And on the ground, Alevesios got the telling header in there. Here's MacLaren. He's got some space. Petersen ran off him. The ball's in for Lewis. And now, on the break, South Melbourne through Danny Wright. Taliadoros for Trimboli. Here's Kim Taliadoros. Oh, looks close to a penalty. It's not close, it is. Against John Waddell. Poor Wade, I don't think too much doubt about it.
No, that's true. He's grabbed him by the shirt and then put his hands up. That's a sure sign that you're guilty the first time you put your hands up. But what a lovely ball through from Paul Trimboli. Didn't take two touches, first time ball back to Taliadoros, and away he went.
Well, John Waddell, disappointed in himself, but this is going to be interesting because Sean Keogh, the keeper, a bit of a specialist at saving penalties, and Ange Postecoglou missed one against George Cross back in round 4. He scored once from the spot this season, twice now. That's his 4th goal of the year, and South Melbourne hit the front 7 minutes into the second half. Here's Postecoglou in a defensive role. Free kick to Petersen, who wants to take it quickly. Carter was determined not to let him do so, but Hellas must feel they've got George Cross on the rack here. Here's Wright. Cross is too close to the keeper.
It's good Hellas pressure though. I mean, Danny Wright overlapped there. That's something that, again, that hasn't been happening down at Hellas. Steve Tasios is coming from midfield. Damian Mori's starting to get involved now. Great sign for the Blues.
Postecoglou. Got both Wright and Taliadoros in the middle. Now Tasios lending a hand. Alevesios did well. And the flag was up for offside against Taliadoros. Record superiority at the moment for Hellas. Wright and Micheil working well. Trimboli now for Tasios. No, just offside, Taliadoros. And this might be a yellow card. Well, the whistle had gone well and truly before the shot came in from Kim Taliadoros. Perhaps just a little hard to be given a yellow card for him.
Yeah, but obviously with Healy being up 2-1, the tactic will probably now be to sort of waste as much time as possible, and which is not going to benefit George Cross at all, and the referee just stamping his authority there.
Blair. Taliadoros with Waddell. Kim Taliadoros, the keeper's come. He can go. There it is, Taliadoros scores his third NSL goal. 3-1 after 56 minutes. Well, Sean, Keogh had to come out here, and Taliadoros was very cool.
Great determination here. Kim never gives up. He's ridden one tackle, very dangerous kick there. He's done very well to get around Sean Keogh. He was stranded on the line. Nutmeg the defender coming across, and thank you very much indeed.
Well, that was a beautiful little chip over the top. He saw Trimboli coming in, thought about the cross, and he picked the right option and executed it beautifully. Taliadoros stays onside. Micheil running all the way into the penalty area. Here's Taliadoros again! Oh, so unlucky. Hitting it first time beautifully onto the upright. Now George Cross on the break, but look at that, all the blue shirts back there. And that's Damian Mori down in the circle. Petersen. This is Mori, in fact it's Trimboli that's down. Mori in for Taliadoros, but plenty of Sunshine defenders. Mori to put the cross in. Taliadoros is the target. Header out from Ketsakidis. Long drive from Micheil.
Now that's confidence. Healy's running George Cross ragged here. They're coming from the back, they're coming from midfield. They realise that George Cross have now got to push on, and they're catching them 2 and 3 men square at the back. And sheer confidence and work all week on the fact that we've got to start taking shots from outside the 18-yard box. We've got to start taking chances, getting on the end of crosses. And I'm sure with Harry just felt, why not have a crack?
Well, Paul Trimboli started his NSL career here at Sunshine George Cross. There was the cross from Micheil and the shot from Taliadoros first time. Jeff Faulkner. Blair got the boot in. Nice strength there to hold off Ketsakidis. Forward, he can play it back to him. Good run from Mori. Alevesios is holding him off well. Good tackle. He's given away the corner, but it was good work from George Alevesios, the fullback. And as one would expect, South Melbourne Healy growing in confidence all the time. And they must feel they can add to this 3-1 scoreline. 17.5 minutes into the second half. Petersen keeping it low. The flick from Wright. Now it's the other number 11, Latif on the break. It's only got Lewis forward. Postecoglou kick.
I think that's one reason, Peter, why struggled towards the end of the first half and in this second half, other than the fact that they are down to 10 men, is that they haven't been supplying Ossie, Latif or Paul Lewis with the ball out wide, haven't given them a chance to run onto it, and therefore creating nothing up front.
Here's Latif. Postecoglou watching him like a hawk, with great skills from Ossie Latif, but he's being forced backwards all the time here. Taliadoros. Taliadoros it was who scored the last goal, and Blair took away the penalty the second time this season. Gave away one against Adelaide in the semi-final of the Cup. That was a handball, but he really had to stop Lewis at all costs. And it is Paul Lewis to take the spot kick. His second of the afternoon. Sunshine George Cross back in it. 3-2. 19 minutes into the second half. Lewis, his 5th goal of the season. And to their credit, George Cross kept plugging away when South Melbourne really had them stretched out on the rack and tightening the screws the whole time. And they've got a goal back. Well done by Ketsakidis. Well, perhaps a bit harsh there, I thought. He's given away the free kick. Wright leaving the ball for Tasios, I think. Blair coming up, the header away by Waddell. Here's Ossie Latif. Faulkner playing it back for him. Petersen tackling back, and it's getting pretty willing. Chip back in by Faulkner, and Blair hacks it away. South Melbourne all of a sudden losing that composure, and Petersen and Latif not seeing eye to eye. The crowd are calling for a red card. It's a yellow for Petersen. And Petersen tackled back ferociously here on Latif, who he was determined not to let Petersen get away either. And this is the incident. Pretty nasty. Well, we've got a corner. Oh, Waddell cleared off the line by Postecoglou. Handball the call. Faulkner likes them out there, but that time couldn't get it on target. Well, George Cross at the moment looked very likely to get an equaliser. Latif playing the ball in for MacLaren. The shot from Waddell. Good save, MacLaren. And into the side netting from Brian Roberts, who's come on. I didn't see the substitution take place. The striker stealing in there after MacLaren had done well. And he got a hand in again to knock the ball a little bit wider, and made the angle very difficult for Roberts. Let's try and pick up the player that's been substituted for George Cross. It must have happened while Postecoglou was down. Taliadoros again, good strength on the ball. Trimboli trying to put it in the path of Tasios. Petersen succeeds in doing that. Taliadoros, nice ball to Mori, who's worked well on the right of midfield in this half.
That's where it seems to have clicked for Damian. He's got involved. He was hardly sighted. He's got him really involved here. He's sent over a couple of crosses. Danny Wright seen Paul Trimboli still a bit quiet, but it doesn't take long for Trimmers to get involved.
Petersen and Wright. This time he wasn't near the near post, and he was almost unmarked there. It was just to get any power into the header though. Roberts. The other substitute is Don MacLaren, so it doesn't count. 3-2 still the score.
I think the referee is trying to keep play flow.
Oh, it's been taken quickly. Micheil, that must be it. 4-2 to South Melbourne Hellas. decision to award a free kick to Petersen. South Melbourne have snapped closed the door, I think. Tasios, I think he's just about doing South Melbourne's best, and he's fouled fairly cynically there. And that's another red card. Well, I guess he'd already had a warning. And they're down to 9 men, George Cross, just rubbing a bit of salt into the wound. Trimboli. Wright. Tasios. Try one here. Oh, took the deflection and went in! Tasios gets his second. A minute left of regulation time. 5-2 South Melbourne. And Steve Tasios, 2 goals this afternoon. And it will be very sweet for him. He missed 18 months with a knee injury. The deflection took it out of Keogh's reach. He had glandular fever at the start of the season. And here he is getting on the score sheet twice in what is now looking like an emphatic Hellas victory. And still some ugly incidents going on in the crowd behind us. We've played 47 minutes and the police are outnumbered here. Let's hope there are some cool heads here. This is really sickening. Well, this will be a game that will be remembered for a long time, I think. Especially the second half. So much has happened. 2 sendings offs. At the end, South Melbourne Hellas capitalising on the numerical superiority. 5-2 winners. Let's not see the ugly scenes that have gone on detract from what has been a very entertaining match. Steve Tasios with 2 of South Melbourne's 5, my player of the match, and they've got 2 points to move themselves away from relegation danger for the moment, but it was a good fighting performance nonetheless against the odds from